This store is very community involved. This store is like a second family. You have your own first family, but if you are employed here, this is like a second family. They really care. Well, first of all, we got together as a management group, and then I had a sidekick. Her name is Consuelo, and her and I kind of decided what we were going to do.
When Terry asked me to help, I thought about it and was like, yes, because, I have a little girl, and I thought, if anything were to ever happen to her, would I ever have help? And then she told me about what Salmon does out of Shannon, and I thought, well, I'll be covered because, there's someone out there willing to help.
We had the cashiers up front. They did a CMN bingo where customers would come in and give change to the cashier, and they would mark off a number, and when they made a bingo, they got their bingo stuff put in a box and got a prize. We also did Coke wagons where we sold hot dogs, nachos. We did that a weekend per month. And we started back in March with a campaign to raise these funds. Marcia, she was a people greeter at that time. She went through our store and talked to our customers about donating funds for Children's Miracle Network.
And I would go to them and tell them I am collecting for the Children's Miracle Network. I said, would you like to make a donation? And I said, it goes for an awesome cause, and these children really do need the help. When my daughter was 4.5 months old, she became very ill with an intestinal virus, and which turned into severe dehydration. I had to take her to Bay City to the doctor we had when we were living there. And he told me, he said, get her to Houston as quickly as you can. He said, I'm calling your doctor ahead of time and they're expecting you. Well, it took an hour and a half to drive from Bay City to Houston, and she was so weak and so ill, I had to hold her head with my hand in her car seat all the way to Texas Children's in Houston. They told me after 2.5 hours I could go in and see her, and she had IVs in both hands, both feet. And the nurse, the RN on duty, she told me later, she said if you'd have been another 10 minutes in getting her here, you would have lost her. And so they admitted her for 4 days, and after that we were able to go home, and it was like nothing ever happened. They were so wonderful, and the medical people, they were outstanding, and I'm just so thankful that they're part of the Miracle Network.
She raised $300 to $600 a day, and she made quite a bit of our money for every day that she worked.
I do this with a passion and heart, because I can relate to what other parents are feeling and what they're going through. So I pray that when I approach people, that they will be willing and able to open their pocketbooks to donate, because this money is going to a very awesome cause. It's going for the cause of sparing children's lives through the Children's Miracle Network. And if it wasn't for them and the campaign, a lot of these kids may not even have a chance.
Let's go, guys.